Making the move from the city to the countryside is often a momentous step.
It's how a child would draw it.
But for many years, Escape to the Country has been supporting countless people on rural adventures.
We'll have that one.
I can't speak.
We've travelled to the most picturesque pockets of Britain.
You're kidding.
Looks like a winner so far.
And this is just the outside.
To showcase thousands of exquisite country properties.
It's perfect.
What did you just say?
It's perfect.
Not all missions are straightforward,
There is a small but.
Oh, I knew there had to be.
There had to be somewhere.
but they are often invaluable journeys that can lead to a whole new way of life.
This is the life that I want.
I'm loving it, absolutely loving it, especially on days like today.
So join us as we catch up with those who transformed their lives when they escaped to the country. Devon has always been a top escape to the country destination. Come rain or shine, it's a county that delivers a great lifestyle, beautiful landscapes, epic seascapes, and of course, some terrific properties. So today I'm back, which believe me, is no hardship, to see some of our past escapees who now call this fabulous part of the country home. Devon, in the southwest of England, is one of the most frequently requested counties to move to on escape, with home buyers eager to harness the laid-back rural lifestyle on offer here. Later in the show, I'll be paying a visit to Sam and Kat, who I first met in the summer of 2020. But first, I'll be reunited with Nikki, plus her beloved cockapoo Jessie, who I was helping with her plans for a new Devon adventure last year.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I live right above the restaurant there, opposite, in the pink building. It's right in the heart of the town centre of Hertford. It's busy and noisy, lots of restaurants and bars, and I do love it, but I'm desperate for a bit of peace and quiet and to live by the sea and to get some fresh air.
After 18 years of living in her two-bedroom town centre flat, retired police officer Nikki was after something completely different for her and her furry companion.
The move for me is about my dog Jessie. It's to have a better lifestyle for her. Because I don't have a garden, this is the place I take Jessie to do her business onto a grassed area. My plan of action when I first move into my home is to literally open that door and say to Jessie, go and explore the garden. This is all yours now.
So a garden was top of Nikki's wish list. As for the house, she was after a character property with a modern kitchen and 2 to 3 bedrooms in a village location. Her budget was £350,000. Our tour began in the East Devon village of Whitford, a 10-minute drive from the coast.
So here's your village, and here is our first property.
Oh, wow. It's very pretty. I like the front, and I like the fact it's got a chimney, because that means it's got, hopefully, a lovely fireplace inside, so I'm liking that so far, yeah.
Bit of character and charm.
Yeah, it's got a little tiny courtyard at the front, which is nice.
Right, let's step inside.
Yes.
This charming country cottage was thought to be around 100 years old, but extensive renovations had brought it bang up to date.
So coats off, shoes off. We're very much at home in our cottage.
Wow. Love it. It's amazing, that fireplace. Love it, absolutely love it at the moment. This is my cup of tea.
Is it?
Yes, definitely. I can just see me sitting here. I mean, Jessie.
Jessie, in front of the fire.
Yeah.
This cottage was let out for years and years, and the current owners came in and completely refurbished it. They replastered the walls, they've done absolutely everything.
Lovely. It's very cosy and quaint, and it makes you want to live here because it is cosy and quaint. So I'm feeling very much at home already, which is it's a very nice feeling.
Delightful.
Yes, I'm liking it a lot.
Good.
A lot.
Good. If it feels like home,
Yes.
straight away, that's so important.
Yes.
Let's see what you make of the kitchen through here.
Wow, this is lovely. It's magnificent. It's so modern, and it's compact. It's got everything you need, though. All the units.
it's lovely.
So this is an extension which has been put on the property. You've got 2 skylights here, and it makes this cottage, I think.
I am taken aback. It is lovely. It's, from the outside, you don't know what to expect because it's oldie-worldy cottage. When you get in, it's all modern and it's obviously done to a high spec. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Also on the ground floor was a luxurious bathroom, and at the front of the property, opposite the sitting room, was a second reception. Upstairs there were 2 good-sized doubles, one of which was used as a music room, and a slightly larger main bedroom.
I love it. It's beautiful. It's a perfect size, really. It's just about the same size as my current bedroom. This is my favourite colour.
Is it?
So wouldn't have to do anything there.
Now this, Nikki, is where I really do manage your expectations, because what I'm going to tell you now is there's no back garden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There is
Yes.
just that front little bit of space.
I love this place, but I'm disappointed it hasn't got a back garden.
The disappointment on Nikki's face was clear to see, but we'd yet to discuss the price, and I hope that might turn things around.
If you were going to put a price, though, on this property, what would you think?
I would estimate around £330,000.
Well, that's quite a good guess, in actual fact. It's on the market for £340,000, and the owners would be happy to negotiate around that figure.
Right.
But we're back to the dog, aren't we?
We are, unfortunately. I mean, it's beautiful inside. I love it. And if only it had a garden, back garden, this would be my property.
Would it?
Yes, I would buy this in a minute. But it hasn't got what I desperately need and the reason why I'm moving.
£10,000 under budget, the inside of this beautifully modernised 100-year-old cottage had stolen Nikki's heart, but the outside was just too snug. Our next stop was in Lympstone Village on the eastern edge of the Exe-estuary. A short walk from the village centre, we'd found this Grade 2 listed mid-19th century end of terrace property, where a pleasant surprise awaited Nikki at the rear.
The good news is we've given you a back garden. Now, it might be bijou with a bit of faux grass, but you could easily change that for the doggy, couldn't you?
Yes, it's cute. There's a lot of potential here I could do with this. I like the patio doors going in.
I think we should get straight inside, don't
Yes.
you? I love starting off a house tour in the kitchen.
Oh, this is lovely.
It's cute, isn't it?
I'm just going to leave my coat here, is that okay?
I know, these houses are so warm. See, you're feeling at home.
Yes.
You're making yourself at home.
It's a lovely kitchen. It's nice wooden floors. I like the slates on the kitchen.
Yeah.
The range over there is lovely, and the splashback tiles. Yeah, it's very, very cute. Very nice.
Got that country feel as you walk in. I'm thinking you, Jessie the dog. Let's be honest, you're going to be in and out of that door the whole time, aren't you?
Yeah, I agree.
Just off the kitchen at the front of the property was a good-sized reception room.
I love the fireplace, the log burner and the logs, and it's lovely and spacious. My main concern, although the glazing inside has killed the noise, outside, seeing all the cars the whole time, I don't know if I can handle that, and I might have to keep the curtains closed. So that is a concern of mine right now.
I sent Nikki off to explore upstairs on her own. A modern bathroom served 3 bedrooms, which included a single and a cosy double.
This is a lovely sized room, but again I have concerns of the window, not the noise, but really the distraction of all the traffic moving backwards and forwards.
The largest bedroom overlooked the rear garden.
Oh, this is nice and big. Yeah, I can fit my king-size bed in here. Jessie sleeps on the bed with me. The fireplace, that's a real treat. I love that.
I just had to reveal the price.
How much do you think it's on the market for?
It's a tricky one, but I'm going to estimate at £300,000.
You are really good at this, aren't you? It is on the market for £300,000.
Whoa! Yes.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Is this for you?
No.
No. OK.
It's a lovely property inside. There are some really good potential features in there and a lot of potential to make it your own, but it's just not for me on the main road.
It was £50,000 under budget, but this Grade 2 listed end of terrace property was not the one for Nikki.
I actually prefer the first house. The first house was beautiful, apart from the small courtyard. If we could put the first house together with this garden, That would be perfect for me.
Topsy-turvy, that's how I would describe those property tours. Nikki loved house number 1, but the garden was too small. As for house number 2, it was the other way round. All of which left me rather hoping for a Goldilocks mystery house. You know, the one that's just right. We travelled to the small hamlet of North Filham on the outskirts of the town of Ivybridge, where this stone cottage, built around 1820, was nearing the end of a major renovation.
That is just lovely. The stone, it's just cottagey and it has a wonderful feeling of quaint and sort of oldie, and it probably has got a lovely fireplace inside, I bet.
Yes.
Should we go inside?
Yeah.
The front door was located at the side of the property and opened straight into the living room.
Do come on in.
Wow, this is amazing. Just look at that fireplace. This is lovely. You go through that, you can see right through that, and I can see a garden.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
Good sized garden as well. I'm going to call that the garden room stroke conservatory, but it is another room that you can use, another reception room. And then through here, just up these 2 steps, is our kitchen.
Wow, it's huge. Look at that fireplace, look at the range, all new, the floor, it's amazing.
Upstairs, the 3 bedrooms and the newly fitted bathroom had the same smart finish as downstairs.
Wow, this is lovely. Look at this stone and the beams, and it's got a lovely fireplace.
With freshly varnished beams, hints of exposed stonework and lovely quirky features.
I love them. They're like the staircase steps. I could just imagine putting stuff on there. It's all already built-in shelves. This would definitely be the master bedroom, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. It's lovely.
Nikki and I went outside to see the sizable south-facing rear garden and to talk money.
I think it's the top end of my budget at £350,000.
You're on the money. Asking price £350,000, but yeah, top of your budget.
I love it. I wish I could just pick this up and take it to a little village, though.
Yeah.
That's again, we've got the issue with the traffic, and although it's not too noisy, I don't want to be next to a main road.
Is it worth a second view on your own, or have you seen enough and you want to make tracks?
I've seen enough and I want to make tracks. Thank
That's
you.
your polite way of saying you're not going to buy my mystery house, isn't it?
That is correct.
Okay.
It was bang on budget, but this 200-year-old cottage was sadly yet another no-no for Nikki. We'd viewed 3 lovely properties. Sadly, none appeared to have quite hit the mark. But then Nikki made a very surprising U-turn and bought one of them. Well, after all that, I expect you're wondering which of the houses Nikki eventually chose and why. And here it is, that beautiful property we first showed her. And the why? Well, let's just say us Nickies, we love quality. We also love a bargain. And I'm looking forward to finding out all the details.
Well, hello.
Here we are in your home. And I have to say, first thing I noticed, new door.
Yes, it's lovely, isn't it? Lovely.
Nikki, I'm so pleased for you.
Good.
Can I come in?
Yes, please, come on in.
Thank
I'd love to
you.
show you around.
Nikki moved into her new cottage 5 months ago. But before I look around, there's someone very important for me to meet.
Let me introduce you to my lovely Jessie.
She just went straight through my feet there. Jessie, we meet at last.
So this is I use it as my dining room.
Lovely. We fell in love with this straight away, this room, didn't we?
Yes.
It's all coming back. But lights are different?
Lights, yes. I've had an electrician in to do lights throughout the whole house.
And is it everything you wanted it to be? Because we saw this in the autumn.
Yeah.
You moved in I'm not going to say in the bleak midwinter, but pretty close to that.
Yeah, it's where the log burner's going. It's so cosy. It's wonderful just to snuggle up with Jessie and by the fire. It's really lovely.
Well, a success in the first room. Lovely.
Yes.
Seem to remember there was a very impressive kitchen.
Yes, come on through. I'll show you the kitchen.
Oh, we love this room. But you've made changes.
Yes, as you can see, it's changed colour. I've been busy with the paintbrush.
You have. But it's amazing when you look at paint colours, the difference it can make to a room, because it's a good sized kitchen, but it's made it look even bigger.
Yes, it has. It's opened it up, and the light, especially with the skylights as well, when you've got them open, it's lovely and breezy and bright.
In fact, Nikki has found time to repaint every room in her 100-year-old cottage. Part of this move was about the time that you two could spend together. Look, fast asleep on the floor, very happy. But also, we had that question about space and garden. So shall we sit down and have a chat and you can tell me how you came to this conclusion?
Yes.
Remember, Nikki had originally discounted this house because the outside didn't have a big enough garden for Jessie. Now, this area, I seem to remember this was the bone of contention, excuse the awful pun.
Yes.
This was the reason you weren't going to buy the cottage.
That's correct, yeah.
So what changed?
I think actually after I viewed the second home, I think that's when I realised I just naturally assumed that every house I'd be looking at would have a massive garden.
Yes, OK, yeah.
And that's obviously where I went wrong. And I had an idea in my head what I could do. And this is the outcome. The whole patio has been relaid. It's reclaimed bricks. And there's a little grass area over there. And that's Jessie's patch.
And that's Jessie's patch?
Yes.
Does she like her little patch?
She doesn't actually use it.
No!
She won't use it. She'll go and sit on it and sniff around, but she won't use it as a toilet, which is a real pain.
And I've got to talk about your negotiation skills and the budget, because we are under the budget, aren't we?
We are, yes.
And the price came down?
It did.
While we were touring
Yes.
Devon. So what did you get it for in the end?
£330,000.
It is a bit of a bargain, isn't
Yeah.
it? How easy has it been to make friends? Are you impressed that people do go out of their way to make you feel like a local?
Yes, it's been great. I go to the village hall they have social events. I've been to a quiz, and they have the bar over there that is opened every other Thursday, and I'm actually offered to help behind the bar as well.
Well, with that news, the two Nickies just have to visit the village hall. Keith and Margaret have been running the bar here for 17 years. Lovely to meet you both.
Thank you.
And I don't want to make any enemies with other villages, but this is the most beautiful village hall. But Margaret, apparently the time has come where you want to be not on that side of the bar. You want to be here where I'm sitting, don't you?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, we think the time has come, to have a rest and retire.
So Nikki has volunteered to help run the bar, to Margaret's delight.
I welcomed her with open arms.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's not just me. Let's put this straight. It's not just me. It's a handful of others as well.
And how good a job do you think Nikki's going to do for you?
I think she'll be fabulous. It's so good that she's come into the village, prepared to lend a hand and take part. As you know, a lot of people move into village life, secrete themselves quietly away, and you never see them.
We'd better put Nikki to work first before taking Jessie for a well-deserved walk on the beach.
There you go, kind sirs.
Very nice. Thank you.
And one of Nikki's favourite coastal spots is actually just across the border at Charmouth in Dorset. Nikki, I don't think it's fair you bringing me down here. It's a beautiful day, there's a slight breeze. This is the life that I want. And all this is what, 10 minutes from your house?
Yeah, 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, I come here quite a lot. I'm loving it, absolutely loving it, and especially on days like today. Look at the sun shining, hot, lots of room for Jessie to run around on the beach. It's beautiful.
And Jessie, she does seem like a real beach dog.
She loves doing this and fetching the board, but she won't get in the sea. She retreats from the waves. So I'm trying to teach her, but she's not having it.
And this was the dream, wasn't it? having this literally on your doorstep. Does your old life, and I know you were very happy in Hertfordshire, but does it seem like a million miles away?
It does. I have been back a couple of times to visit my mum, so I have been back, and it just seems weird when I go back. Much prefer it down here. It's just a very much different pace of life.
I'm thrilled to see that Nikki has settled into country life so quickly and with one very contented cockapoo. Lovely to have the coffee and the biscuits, but I seem to remember I did say that we'd have some bubbles.
Oh my goodness, thank you very much.
So I've got some glasses lined up.
Yes.
We can truly celebrate your new life down here in the West Country.
Fabulous.
And I think this is where we say goodbye to everybody else and the two Nickis celebrate in style. Back in 2020, I found myself once again in Devon with a young couple called Kat and Sam, who were after our help to find them a new home for them, their young son, and Sam's mother, Anne. They were also after land and space for some sort of business. This three-bedroom semi in Surrey was home to Kat, Sam, and their then 18-month-old son, Finn.
Although we love being here, we're outgrowing it quite quickly, aren't we?
Yeah, it's time for a change, eh?
Change was already afoot. Sam had secured a new job based in the southwest, and the pair dreamed of dedicating more time to their shared side hustle, a cheese and wine business.
Kind of taken a bit of a backseat since having Finn, but it's something that we would like to pick up again in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
And think that the West Country would be a perfect place for it. Might be more cheese and cider.
Their new home needed to accommodate their entrepreneurial ambitions and their young son, plus grandma as well, following the death of Sam's father in early 2020.
It made sense to get somewhere together and support each other, support my mum. You know, it sounds cliche, but you get one opportunity. And yeah, it's just, you've got to do it while you can, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kat and Sam were after a home with 4 bedrooms, an open-plan kitchen diner and a separate self-contained dwelling for Sam's mum, Anne. They wanted to be in a quiet and private location with around 2 to 3 acres, and by pooling resources with Anne, the trio were prepared to stretch to £850,000. Our first stop was in the small village of Down St Mary, where off this quiet country lane we found this handsome farmhouse. So here is your first introduction to Devon properties.
It's amazing. Beautiful. It's so well maintained.
Gorgeous.
I can see myself having a coffee out here every morning.
But obviously it's not just the two of you and Finn, we've also got to consider Anne's needs as well. The good news is there's an annex already done at the side.
Perfect.
Should we explore inside first of all?
Yes, please.
Let's do that.
Built from traditional Devon stone in 1855, the house had undergone considerable renovation. I think it's always good to start off with the kitchen, the heart of the home. And as you can see, it's pretty new.
It's a great kitchen.
Yeah, it's lovely. Great space.
Yeah, really good.
The views are just beautiful and the space is very usable, isn't it?
I can't fault it. I love the oven and the little detail on the back.
Yeah.
Can you see Finn being able to play in that area and you can keep an eye on him, make sure he's safe, but still cook at the same time?
Yeah, and you can hang out there and not get in my way.
Yeah.
Also on the ground floor were 2 similarly sized reception rooms, one used as a cosy sitting room and the other as an office. We went to check out upstairs. Welcome to the main bedroom.
A master suite.
Big size?
Yeah, it's great.
Lovely. Wake up to that view every day.
You do have an ensuite. You've got a really good size second bedroom just next door with a third one down the hallway and a family bathroom. But I'm sure your maths is good and you've worked out that I've said 3 bedrooms.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd bring you upstairs to break that news to you. Because I know ideally you did want 4. I was one shy on the bedroom count, but outside this old farmhouse came with a number of outbuildings, including a large barn. another former agricultural structure had been transformed into a one-bed holiday let.
It's a lovely space. It's been done up very nicely. I just wonder whether there's going to be enough room for Mum's living and for kitchen.
Yeah. If you were coming on holiday here, this would be a lovely place to come on holiday to.
Yeah.
But living, as a kitchen, you'd need more.
Outside, however, the property gave them the 3 acres they'd requested.
It's got it all.
It's lovely.
It's beautiful.
There was one last thing for me to reveal. The asking price is £850,000. Right at the very top of their budget, this Victorian farmhouse with a separate annex and 3 acres of land hadn't quite cut the mustard.
It is definitely worth $850, but whether it's worth $850 to us for what we want, possibly not.
The next property we'd lined up to show them was a 25-mile drive east to the town of Clumpton, where, just a 20-minute walk from the town centre, I presented this property in a lovely, secluded setting. So a different proposition with our second property.
I like it.
Yeah, it's nice.
The last house had the wow, but I can hear the birds and the kind of right on a footpath as well, or bridleway.
Yeah.
Ticks a lot of boxes.
Should we take a look inside?
Yeah.
This handsome and substantial property, built in the 1920s, had been extended over the decades. Step inside. Now this house has personality.
It does.
It's lovely.
Got character, I like it.
Just behind us, as we came in, you'll see there's a good-sized reception room, and then you've got this outstanding kitchen. Because I think this is a wonderful kitchen and living space.
Yeah, this is amazing.
This is awesome. Really nice. Nice entertaining space.
I sent them off to take a look upstairs, where there were 4 bedrooms, all comfortable doubles. But the one located above the kitchen diner was, by far, the biggest.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
You're going to need more stuff. It's an amazing space.
Huge.
Across the gravel driveway, a single-storey timber-clad dwelling with 2 bedrooms looked as if it would suit Sam's mum Anne down to the ground.
This is surprising.
That's really nice. Should be very cosy in here.
This has really surprised me, actually. It looks smaller from the outside, and you come in and you're like, this is a lovely space.
Ideal. I think she'll be quite happy here, won't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's pretty, isn't it?
Very. You okay?
Is it all a bit much? Yeah. This is what you wanted for her?
Yeah.
We made our way into the garden. It measured just over half an acre, and there were opportunities to rent more land nearby. So, knowing all of that, what price do you want to put on it?
$750?
She's bang on the money, £750,000.
I got a really good feel in this place.
Yeah, it's lovely.
£100,000 under their top budget, this 4-bedroom 1920s property with a spacious 2-bedroom cottage for Anne was something of a hit. Looking back at both those property tours, I think we can now say that house number 1, on account of the annex being a bit small for Sam's mum, goes into the nearly but not quite right category. But the second, the 1930s house, had contender written all over it, even though maybe it didn't have the land that Kat and Sam were hoping for. So next up was our mystery house, which had a lot going for it, including a fair old bit of history. For our final viewing, we visited the village of Kentisbere, the location of my mystery house, which was right in the heart of the community. 17th century period property. What are your first impressions?
The village is lovely. I quite like a front garden and a driveway, so I'd be interested to see what it's like the other side.
And I think it's quite nice being in the village with people.
Shall we start?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
This character home, which first appeared on records back in 1650, had been altered through the centuries, with a superb kitchen breakfast room one of the more recent additions. So, walk through dining room, which leads up To a pretty impressive kitchen in my book.
Yeah, this is impressive.
Amazing. Yeah, it's got some beautiful features.
The light is incredible.
Yeah.
The great features, the island, you've got the beautiful range over there.
Let's keep going and I'll show you around.
Next stop was the living room.
I hope you're noticing this beautiful parquet flooring throughout.
Yeah, the flooring's lovely.
It's beautiful. Really nice.
Great size.
Kat and Sam went upstairs to explore the 4 bedrooms on the first floor, which were all good-sized doubles with character features and were served by 2 modern bathrooms.
Good-sized bedroom.
Yeah, it's really nice and bright, isn't it?
Up on the second floor, there were 2 further rooms built into the eaves, bringing the total bedroom count to 6.
Right, I'm going to show you the final piece of the jigsaw. If you'd like to follow me. To look at the potential in this.
There's lots of potential here,
Yeah,
definitely.
it's a really good space.
This partly renovated barn could have been turned into a wonderful new home for Anne, and it also presented the couple with the potential to expand their catering business.
Anne could live in the house with you because there's so much space, and then you could perhaps utilise this as an office, as a kitchen, an industrial kitchen.
I do think your mum, I think will be okay, you know, for the short term living in the same house. But I think for the long term, she does want her own front door. She does want her own kitchen and her own independence.
We turned our attention to the good-sized garden, which was bordered by the River Ken.
It doesn't lend itself to as much expansion as we'd probably want. But I can imagine Finn sort of playing in the stream, and it's really nice listening to the stream, and being near water is lovely.
It was time to tell them how much this property was on the market for.
The asking price is £730,000.
Wow, okay.
A lot of house for that.
It was £120,000 under their top budget, but this beautiful rambling period home had not quite hit the mark.
I think overall this house is beautiful and would be very lucky to live here, but there's a few kind of niggling factors that don't make it quite right.
We'd presented Kat and Sam with 3 very different properties, and when I left them, there were murmurs of a second viewing with Anne at house number 2. And I'm dying to find out, as I'm sure you are, just what happened next.
Well, it's been 2 years since I caught up with Kat and Sam. And although we got really close with our second property, in the end, it wasn't to be. But I am still here in Devon, which means they are too. They have found a new home and have acquired their own small slice of this beautiful county too. And here is the house. Looks interesting, doesn't it?
Sitting in the North Devon countryside, just a couple of miles outside the town of South Malton, this 400-year-old farmhouse has been the family's home for the past 16 months.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Oh, it's so good to see you both.
And you.
Am I allowed to have a little bit of a tour?
Brilliant.
Yeah, please come on in.
Thank you.
In true country living style, you enter the house through the boot room, which leads into the kitchen.
Oh, this is lovely. When I think of a farmhouse kitchen, this is what I have in my mind. Did you know instantly as you walked into this room, this is going to work for us?
Well, funnily, Kat didn't actually see the property.
No, not until we moved.
Yeah. Me and my mum came and had a look at it and we filmed it, but I just got the feeling instantly that this was the place that we wanted to live.
But that's very trusting.
Yeah, well, and I thought if Sam loves it, I'm going to love it.
Is that utility through there?
Pantry. Yeah.
Bread room.
Slash bread room.
It's bread room.
Yeah, that's probably my favourite room in the
Is
house.
it?
You
Yeah,
spend a lot of time in there, don't you?
I do. Yeah.
Do you want to come and have a look at the rest of the house?
Oh, I'd love to. Absolutely love to.
Go on then.
The house has 3 reception rooms which are all well used, especially since 8 months ago they welcomed the arrival of Savannah, a baby sister for Finn.
This is larger than I was expecting. I'm loving this.
This is kind of where we live. So this is our general eating, sitting, relaxing. kids playing kind of space. So yeah, this is very well used.
And look at the size of that fireplace. It's enormous.
It's a beauty, isn't it? There's a bread oven there as well.
Is there?
Yeah.
Structurally, the house was in pretty good nick, and much of the work the couple have done has focused on the interiors.
Ho, ho, ho.
Welcome to our adult space.
So are the little ones banned from this room?
Yeah.
This is beautiful. Did you paint it this colour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was red before.
I really like it.
We've done a lot of cosmetic work. There's
Yeah.
been quite a few rooms we've kind of decorated and put our stamp on.
This is a lovely room, but again, another big reception room.
Yeah.
Upstairs, 4 large bedrooms and an office are served by the family bathroom. So, what about Sam's mum, Anne? Well, currently, she lives in a 1-bed holiday cottage that came with the property. But in 3 months' time, she hopes to be in her new dream home just across the courtyard.
And we finally get to meet. Hello.
to see you.
Thank you. Now, this is a very impressive space. This isn't the annex that we were talking about 2 years ago or so, is it?
It's a dream come true. It's taking its shape slowly. We have
Yeah.
a few steps back and a few steps forward, but this is an opportunity. This is something I've never done before. It's something I didn't even dream about. I expected just to walk into a property and say, oh, there you are, Mum, there, go live there.
Instead, Anne, supported by son Sam and daughter-in-law Kat, decided to convert this old barn into the home of her own design. And as a retired science and maths teacher, she's relishing learning about and using the latest green technologies to build it.
All this floor, this is actually all recycled materials. Underneath, we've got a system about that deep of insulation. I'm doing all the research on boreholes. We've got a new water system going in. We've got a bioseptic tank going in into the garden, 2 weeks' time. We have a air heat source pump and underfloor heating.
I saw some solar panels out the back.
More solar panels coming in.
I can't believe you haven't stopped.
No, we haven't stopped. No.
I mean, you know, you have the dream.
This was an unusual route to take after
Yeah.
Paul died, but it's like a saving grace.
Is it?
And I've got a new future.
And by the sounds of it, you've discovered things about yourself that you didn't know 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It is truly heartwarming to see how this move has enabled Anne to flourish. Kat is no exception. Since moving here, her love of baking has evolved to include a passion for bread.
I just got really into baking more and baking sourdough, and I've got a social media page that a few kind of locals found me on, so I bake a few loaves and a few bits for a few local people.
I feel she's being rather modest. I've checked out her social media account and it has more than 10,000 followers.
So in the future, there is the potential that this could be a much bigger business.
Yeah, potentially. Get my bread room sorted and a bigger oven. But yeah, definitely something that I'd think about.
Judging by the beautiful rustic pattern she's adding to her turmeric and nigella seed loaf, she's clearly got a talent, which is more than can be said for me.
Oh, it doesn't look anything like a flower. It might be a heart. No, I'm going to change it into a heart because the flower didn't quite work out.
Baking, building, there's no end to the new skills this family are acquiring. And looking after the 3 acres of land that this property comes with has been another learning curve.
The meadow.
What a view!
We've sort of rewilded over this side as well. Planted 50 trees.
Have you really?
Yeah.
When people talk about wanting 2 to 3 acres, I often say, you know, do you know what to do with them? Do you realise how much land that is? But by the sounds of it, you know exactly what to do with your land.
I don't know, like we say, we've been really lucky with people around us.
A local farmer helped them with the lambing when Gladys, one of the sheep they inherited with the property, gave birth several months back.
So you've had lots of support?
Yes, yeah, we've had loads of support, and lots of people have obviously, they've worked out their own ways of doing things, and now they've come to help us, and that's made things a lot easier for us.
The plentiful outside space that their new home provides is enjoyed by every member of the family, including 3.5-year-old Finn.
So Finn, do you like living in the country? Yeah? You've got a very big back garden, haven't you? Have you got sheep?
Yeah.
You've got sheep. Have you got chickens?
Yeah.
Yes. Have you got a dog?
Yeah.
Yes. So you've got lots going on, and I've even seen a pussycat as well.
The whole family have embraced the momentous lifestyle change this move has brought about, and I'm keen to know what led to their decision to build a home for Anne from scratch.
To find something that really suited Mum was really quite difficult, and actually we needed to build it to what she wanted, and this place has given us that opportunity.
Annexes work beautifully for visiting family, and they work beautifully for 2 or 3 months. But if you're used to having your own home,
Yeah, it's a big step down.
It is.
So, this 400-year-old farmhouse with its 3 acres of land plus a holiday cottage and a barn that's being converted into a separate home for Anne, I've got to ask the question that's on everybody's lips.
What did you end up paying for this, if you don't mind me asking?
What do you think we paid for?
Well,
That's good.
that's very good. He's got me at my own game here, hasn't he? Guess the price. I'm going to guess 750, 780.
Yeah. We paid 615,000 for this.
£615,000.
Yeah.
Was it on the market when we were showing you properties?
It wasn't actually. It was under offer, and then that fell through. So we snapped it up within days.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it's a huge outlay to get it to the standard and to the level of living that you want. Can you put a mark on how much you spent so far?
We've probably spent ourselves 70, 80,000, and Mum, I think Mum's barn will probably come to about 300,000.
Will it really?
Yeah.
So in actual fact, if you put it all together, you have gone way over that original budget.
Yeah.
But then she has got a substantial home.
Yeah, and it will be its own property as well, so it'll be standalone. So in terms of investment, it's good, but this is a home. It fits the life that we want to have.
It's a lot to take on, isn't it? Juggling, you know, building a barn, running a business, keeping your jobs, 2 young children. I mean, you don't do anything by half measures, you two.
No.
We're quite tired.
Coming back to see some of my past escapees has to be one of the best parts of my job, because it's great to see Nikki plus Cat and Sam settled and really content here in Devon. Nikki living the dream near the coast where she's always wanted to be with Jess. And as for Sam and Cat and the children and Nana Anne, they're one big happy family. And they're all living proof that if you're thinking of making your own escape, well then, just do it. Get on with it. And don't forget, if you need our help, we're always here.
If you also dream of escaping to the country in England, Wales, Scotland or Northern Ireland and need our help, why not apply online at bbc.co.uk/take part.